know that he did not commit suicide. There's no way.
First tonight, our investigative reporter Ann Emerson has new information in the death of Boeing whistleblower John Barnett.
Okay, guys, I definitely had to talk about this one. The Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in the United States. For a lot of you guys don't know, there was a whistleblower who had, they call him a whistleblower, but he was a whistleblower for the company he was working with. And like it says right here, John Barnett worked for Boeing for more than 30 years before retiring in 2017. In the days before his death, he had been given evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. So this is the guy who's been going around and speaking on, especially speaking with newer workers, speaking on the quality of the parts being pushed through. He said like he was going through and asking the workers would they fly in the plane that they're building, and all of them were saying no. The quality of the parts have gone down. Pretty much you can tell it's a businessman or a business-minded person running this, and not someone who knows shit about flying and about planes. So he's trying to. So I'm guessing the people who are running Boeing are cutting a lot of corners. Something that I'm not really surprised with at all. This has happened in military cases in terms of defective, armor, like Velcro, defective helmets, even defective earpieces. People still be getting deaf while wearing the earpieces correctly because it's defective, because someone up top of whatever companies used to sell this stuff to us is skimming money off top. So they take some money away, so they have to cut production down. So maybe they leave out a certain ingredient or a certain type of material that would have cost the money that he took.
Potential new trouble for Boeing after a supplier raised new concerns about some 737 MAX aircraft. Boeing reporting that Spirit Aerosystems told them they found 2 improperly drilled holes in fuselages they provide to Boeing. Tonight, Boeing says it doesn't affect planes already in service, but that adjustments may have to be made to about 50 planes still in production, potentially delaying delivery.
This is a Boeing factory in the US state of South Carolina. Workers here in Charleston are assembling the company's flagship product, the 787 Dreamliner. But this footage reveals some have little faith in the plane they build.
You flying one? No. You won't fly one. Did you fly one of these planes?
Of 15 workers asked randomly, 10 said they would not fly on the Dreamliner.
I wouldn't fly one of these planes because I see the quality going down around here.
An employee captured the footage after contacting Al Jazeera to tell us he had serious concerns about what he was seeing. At his request, we changed his voice.
With all the problems reported on the 787, there's 90% that's getting swept away. Hushed up. It's an iceberg.
In another meeting, the source told us workers are often underskilled, uncaring, and in some cases on drugs.
I've seen a lot of things that should not go on at an airplane plant. People talking about doing drugs, looking for drugs.
It's all coke and painkillers and what's that other one? You can get weed here. It's really good weed here. They don't drug test nobody.
I know they don't.
And there's people who go out there and lunch and go smoke one up.
Do they?
Hell yeah.
Over the course of a year, Al Jazeera's investigative unit.
And these guys just like this type of shit happens everywhere. It happens in medicine. It happens in construction, road work. Like somebody can easily like this happens in a lot of other countries too. They don't have the standards like we do. But let me get back to this case. Boeing said it was saddened to hear the death or to hear of Mr. Barnett's passing. The Charleston County coroner confirmed his death to the BBC on Monday. It was said that the 62-year-old had died from a self-inflicted wound on the 9th of March and police were investigating. That's bullshit. To think that even the people who own, the CEO who own these plane companies, to think that they can still have police chiefs and mayors in their back pockets to just make what is clearly a hit. From 2010, he was employed as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant, the facility that builds the 787 Dreamliner, a state-of-the-art airliner that is used mainly on long-haul routes. So in 2019, he told the BBC that under-pressure workers have been deliberately fitting substandard parts to aircraft production line. You know, it's not just the people on the plane you have to worry about. Like, if you're not above water, if you're above a city or, you know, a town, you have to worry about that too. You have to worry about a plane landing on someone. And these guys are really out here getting past the government and their regulations to push out substandard parts for fucking planes. Something that can fall out of the sky. You don't need to be skimming on that, man.
We had to close the runway because somebody lost a tire.
The Boeing plane departed San Francisco International Airport at 11:23 this morning and was headed to Osaka, Japan, but was rerouted to Los Angeles. While Boeing has been under investigation since January after an Alaska Airlines plane lost a plug door mid-flight, this United plane has been in service for more than 20 years.
He also said he had uncovered serious problems with oxygen systems. They were skimming on the oxygen systems as well, which could mean 1 in 4 breathing masks would not work in an emergency. Good God. And they killed this man. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I didn't really want to post about this too, but I saw a lot of other news channels post about this, so, you know, I didn't want to get, you know, iced as well. But good God, they killed this man. You don't have to be a part of the government to get iced. Like, any organization that has that type of money and international connections, you'll get iced. He said soon after starting work in South Carolina, he had become concerned that the push to get new aircraft built meant the assembly process was rushed and safety was compromised. Something that the company denied. Yeah, of course they're gonna deny this shit, man. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? He said in some cases, substandard parts had even been removed from scrap bins and fitted to planes that were being built to prevent delays on the production line. So to make sure you're not late on the production line, you're going to scrap bins? That's your resort though. So to skim on parts and to make sure your quota is met. To make sure your quota is met, you endanger the lives of so many people? Substandard parts removed from scrap bins were fitted to planes? Bro, who the fuck do Boeing?
The United Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing in Denver yesterday after part of its wing broke off. The Boeing 757 was heading from San Francisco to Boston with 165 passengers on board when the crew reported the problem. Records show the plane is 30 years old. It did land safely and passengers were put on another plane.
More trouble for Boeing this morning as another damaged plane is reported in Oregon. Take a look at this. The issue, a missing panel under the plane was discovered after the flight landed in Medford. It's the latest in a string of recent safety issues for Boeing. This time, an older model, a 737-8. After the missing panel was discovered at the gate, the plane was pulled from duty instead of continuing with its scheduled flight to Denver that afternoon. United Airlines says it is investigating how the damage occurred and is making all needed repairs.
I don't know, guys. It's kind of sad that, man. It's kind of sad that you're supposed to be able to speak out against things. Like, there's supposed to be laws in place to protect you from, I don't know, man. With enough money, you can even get into the law. Like, you can buy up politicians and lawyers and mayors and police chiefs. It happens all the time. But the fact that my man's out here, like, he killed himself a few days after he said he's not suicidal. Just think about that. Man, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below, man. If I don't know. I already know what you guys think. This was a hit. This was a hit. This type of shit is still going on. Man, rest in peace to John Barnett, man. 30 years for the 30 years working for the, what do you say, 32? 32 years working for the company, and they killed him. They murdered him. When all they really had to do was just fire the motherfucker who was skimming on the parts. You know? Y'all could have made John Barnett like a mascot or something, but y'all killed him. And he worked for you. Like, I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this, you know? Let me know how you feel this really went down. Do your thing. You can like and subscribe down too. And be safe, everyone. With this type of shit going on, be safe.
Potential new trouble for Boeing after a supplier raised new concerns about some 737 MAX aircraft. Boeing reporting that Spirit Aerosystems told them they found two improperly drilled holes in fuselages they provide to Boeing. Tonight, Boeing says it doesn't affect planes already in service, but that adjustments may have to be made to about 50 planes still in production, potentially delaying delivery.
The United Airlines flight had to make an emergency landing in Denver yesterday after part of its wing broke off. The Boeing 757 was heading from San Francisco to Boston with 165 passengers on board when the crew reported the problem. Records show the plane is 30 years old.